as you get healthier, certain people will keep their distance. In fact, some will vilify you, smear your name. Because you're becoming less controllable, the narcissistic types of people in your life will try to control how other people see you. Even if nothing happened, to precipitate these narcissistic types of people, smearing your name, keeping their distance from you, telling certain friends to not hang out with you, not inviting you to places that normally you would be invited to. Even if nothing happened to precipitate this behavior, they will do this kind of thing as you get healthier and less controllable. Great example is one of my roommates. Group settings that normally I would be invited to. Game nights, we play certain card games. Where normally I'd be invited, I am no longer being invited to. The shade has been thrown at me in the most passive-aggressive way possible. And nothing really happened to precipitate that. There were no arguments. It seemed like everything was good, actually, which is a common theme in these narcissistic types of relationships. Everything seems good, and then all of a sudden, they're treating you differently. What I've noticed is, behind my back, or when he thinks I'm not in my room, he talks very badly about me. To my face, he's very friendly. What do we know about narcissists? There's two sides to them. They live a double life. This specific person mentions that his father was an asshole. I totally believe this guy. I believe him. Reason being, this guy is literally modeling the behaviors of his father. And he doesn't, and despite the fact that he's mentioned some of the traumas that has happened in his life, he doesn't seem to have much insight into those traumas or into his childhood in general. And what do we know about narcissists? They don't have any insight whatsoever into their childhood. In fact, what they do is they compartmentalize their trauma and shelf it somewhere within. So within, there's a lot of core shame, but you never ever see because they develop a false self, a false identity that feels no shame, because all they're doing is projecting and acquiring narcissistic supply from other people. They will target people whom they see as a threat to them. And in order to not get to see that shame, not have to face that shame that they have on the inside, they must project what is wrong with them onto the target. Like I tell people all the time, if a narcissist sees no problem with the target, they must create one. They must create a problem with the target. And most of the time, they do so using projection. And they will speak very negatively about that person, even though that person has done nothing wrong to them. In fact, the narc has done a lot of things wrong to the target, but they have to make the target look like the bad guy so that they don't have to look inside and see the shame that they truly feel on the inside. And they don't have to feel or see what they've done. When I hear this man talk about me behind my back, or when he thinks I'm not around, all I hear is projection. I have done nothing wrong to the guy. I should have been more vigilant about this person. Earlier in the semester, I was invited to hang out with his friends. By the second or third time I've hung out with those people, they all banded in one group. And I'm standing or sitting 10 to 15 feet away. And I'm hearing them talk about me. And it is personal. What have I done to these people? Nothing. Why do they have such a problem with me? Despite everything seeming good between us beforehand. It has nothing to do with you. Anytime you come across someone that is a threat to their narcissistic identity, to their false self, they must vilify that person that they're threatened by. A lot of survivors, including myself, when this kind of situation would happen, we'd turn on ourselves, would make it about us, and think, why aren't we good enough? Why don't I measure up? What is wrong with me? There must be something wrong with me. What is wrong with me? That is the dialogue. As I've gotten healthier, and I've gradually experienced more self-love, which was lacking, which is why narcissists fed off of that and took advantage of that. I still have a long way to go. Long way to go. But as I've gotten healthier, I've realized that it's not me. And as a survivor, as you get healthier, you will realize that it's not you. It's not you in any way. It's a narcissist projecting, scanning people who are threats to them, then vilifying that person. They must vilify that person. That's who they are. They don't want to be exposed, right? Recently, I've encountered a lot of irrationality, a lot of projection. In the past, that dialogue would come back of, there must be something wrong with me. There must be something wrong with me. What is wrong with me? Why don't I measure up? It had nothing to do with me, actually. That realization comes with more self-love. Lastly, in order to experience true healing, in order for healing to truly take place, one must let go of the belief that he or she is fundamentally flawed. He or she has issues. You have to let go of the thought that something's wrong with you. And by the way, that's a direct result of all the gaslighting that you have been through. But you must let go of that belief in order for true healing to take place. In order for you to develop self-love. Thank you, guys.